It's Alex and Jaedon time. Yeah, it is.
I knew it was
Time
going to
to
be
sing.
weird having you on the podcast.
Let's make something new right now. We can be friends and get this going. Come on, let's make something new right now. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, guys. Well, welcome back to Let's Create with Alex Blake. I'm your host, Alex Blake. And today we have a guest on the pod. This is my friend, Jaedon.
Hi.
Jaedon is one of my best friends, and I've talked about her a few times on the podcast. So if people are OG listeners, they know who you are.
I've only heard myself be talked about once.
That's because you don't listen to the
I'm
podcast.
sorry. I'm going to listen to this one.
It's fine. She's a little extra giggly today because she's a little bit nervous,
Well,
guys.
also, I did eat a lot of cookies.
That's true. We had a
feel
lot of gluten-free Oreos. Jaedon isn't sleeping over tonight, but tonight feels like a sleepover.
True.
So I'm excited because you're not like my first not photographer on the podcast, but you are my first like just regular friend on the podcast. Like a lot of the guests that I have are like friends, but they're like I had Shauna on, who she like owns a wedding dress. You know, she's a wedding dress designer. And so it's like she's in a creative entrepreneur role.
Mhm.
And I feel like I had like a friend on who's a model, you know, but like you're not in the creative entrepreneurship
Right.
world. What do you do? Tell everyone what you do.
I'm a professional nanny.
Yes.
And I love my job so much.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to have a great conversation today, guys. Jaedon does not know any of the questions that I'm going to ask her. I was like, no, let's just yap. So I put on my Instagram story earlier today, and I was like, okay, what questions do you have for Jaedon? And I gave them like a couple fun facts about you. So some of these are from them, and other ones I was just like, oh, that'll be a good conversation.
Wait, what were the
topic.
fun facts?
Oh gosh, wait,
Never
should
mind.
I?
You don't even have to tell me. It's
Okay, it doesn't really matter
It
much.
doesn't matter.
But one of them, the very last one, was that you like to make funny faces.
Oh, that's true.
It is. There you go. Exactly.
Laura and I were actually just talking. Laura's my sister, who I love dearly. Hi, Laura. You're gonna be watching.
Hi, Laura.
So
We love
hi.
you.
Hi, Mom. Anyways, but we were just talking about the spinach in the teeth thing. Do you know what that
yeah,
is?
like
What's
like
your
a
spinach in
friend?
your teeth?
Oh, then no. Wait, what are you saying?
Okay, like your spinach in your teeth is something that everybody else knows around you, but you don't really notice about yourself.
Oh, like a blind spot.
Yes.
Okay.
So I asked her what was my spinach in my teeth, and she said something about. I told her that sometimes she comes off as more serious than she really is,
Okay.
and then she told me that my facial expressions are sometimes just like a lot.
I
Or
love that you're sharing this like first thing on the podcast. Like this is like literally everyone's first expression or like what am I saying? Impression of you.
Yeah, but I think it's because I have like a lot of muscles in my face that I can move around a lot. Not everybody has all these.
So Jaedon, welcome to the podcast.
Anyway.
Guys, who knows what this episode is going to be about? But before we get into it, okay, so I'm going to ask Jaedon some questions, right? Some of them are from you guys. Some of them are just what I think would be good topics. And then we're going to play a game at the end.
Ooh, fun.
And it's not a game that I've ever played before, but I did practice with Zach before because I was
Ooh.
like, wait, is this actually going to work or is this going to be dumb? But we'll see. It might still be dumb,
is
guys,
very
and
fun.
it's fine. But before that, I love to get comfy cozy on the podcast. So
Okay.
every week when it's like a solo episode, I'm like, okay, time to get comfy cozy. And I grab my blanket. So
Okay.
I gave you my editing blanket, which is my favorite one. And then I have my second favorite blanket, which is not my editing blanket. It's just a random one that I own at my house, but I think it's cute. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wait, I need to put this down. Hopefully that wasn't too loud.
Guys, Jaden's just
What'd you
figuring
do?
out the mic thing. You put it on the wrong way.
Oh, it's supposed. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. So that everybody can see the editing blanket part. And this is like so fuzzy.
Buy it. It's really cozy.
Guys, I don't know. Okay.
This is
I
the
feel like-
editing blanket by Alex Blake.
Like,
she designed it.
Listen,
She also hand sewed it.
you guys know how when Zach comes on some of the episodes, like he hasn't been on a ton, but I feel like every time he does, he like makes me embarrassed, you know?
Embarrassed by my
It's like-
weirdness.
No, it's not that at all. It's like it's like a different side of myself. I feel like, because normally on the podcast, like, of course, like I'm chilling, but it's like just me talking, to everyone, or it's like me interviewing sometimes people that I've like met for the first time, or it's like me and like Preston or Megan. But like when I'm interviewing them, it's like I have a point of interviewing them,
Right.
and it's like on FaceTime.
Okay.
So it's like different being on the couch with you.
This to me
is
right
like you're
now,
in my
I
element.
feel like I am a little sister on her big sister's podcast, and I'm like here to embarrass you or something.
I love
don't know
it.
why.
I love
this. I'm like the little sister hanging out with her older sister's friends, and I'm trying to act normal, but I don't know how to act normal. That's exactly what's happening right now.
So if anybody is listening to this and normally listens to like my other episodes, let me know which one you like more. Me being embarrassed by my little sister Jaedon, who's not really my little sister, but practically.
We look identical, so.
Yeah, if you've ever seen us, you know that.
Well,
everyone watching on YouTube is like, what?
Oh, wait, I was assuming everybody is watching on YouTube.
No.
Sorry.
Some people watch on YouTube. If you never knew this, I have a YouTube channel. And every week, the podcast is also on YouTube.
You should watch it because it's aesthetically pleasing. Alex did a really great job with this.
Thanks.
Yes.
Guys,
Can
actually,
they see the table?
They might be able to see a little bit.
It's
actually,
a really cute table.
It is so cute. I actually just got it on Amazon a couple months ago. No, this month. I feel like January has been really long. But anyway, it's super cool, guys, because it pops up as a desk.
And it's just so cute. It
is
looks
so
like
cute.
It looks like out of like a fancy house.
Yeah, but it was Amazon.
And it's like small, so
It
it's
was
perfect
actually
for an apartment.
quite cheap.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah, for a coffee table. I think it was like $150.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which for a coffee
that
table,
is-
like it is good. But okay, guys, this is my friend Jaedon.
Hi.
My first question for you, Jaedon,
Oh, yeah.
is who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Who am I? Well, a great introduction is that the name Jaedon means thankful, and that's why my parents named me Jaedon.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I don't know
'cause
that I knew that.
I'm the 6th of 7 children.
That was one of my fun facts on
Oh,
Instagram.
yes. So I have one little sister, and they were very thankful that they were able to have me. So that's why my name is Thankful, but I feel like I've carried that into my life, and I've always tried to be a pretty grateful person. But who am I? I'm a small town Illinois girl. I grew up in the countryside. My best friends were chickens and my sisters.
She's like laughing when
actually
she's
true.
it's real.
I am I don't know. I like the color pink.
Yeah,
I
she's
love
very
Jesus.
girly.
Yes.
Yes.
I like doing a lot of things. Like I like being active. I love arts and crafts. I like eating healthy.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
my
perfect.
friends and family. I'm
Yes.
a girl's girl through and through. I'm like realizing that
That's
more and
true.
more. I'm a nanny, and I nanny 2 boys and a girl, and I love it so much. What else?
I love it.
I love plants, flowers, coffee. I like black coffee.
She loves surfing.
I like surfing.
Yes.
Although I'm not very
Jaedon
good.
is technically, I think, the person who taught me how to surf first.
That is really cute, but I don't think I taught you anything.
You did.
You learned.
No, every time that I get tossed by a wave, I remember your words of like, you cover your head, cover your
yeah.
head every single time. I'm like,
Safety is very
Jaedon.
important in
And I
surfing.
think about it.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, if you fall off a surfboard and you kind of get tossed, well, no matter what, if you fall
I love
off,
that you're
then
telling
gonna get tossed.
everyone.
But always put your hands over your head like this because you can get a concussion. If you get knocked down in the water, you could
Yes.
die.
Okay.
And that's Jaedon.
All right.
me.
Second question. Okay, you're going to like this one.
Lambkins fell.
How did we become friends? And what was your
Aw.
first impression of me?
My first impression of Alex was, you're social.
She literally said that to me.
We met at a yoga class. I used to be neighbors with Alex at this apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And then we met at the like yoga class that the apartment would do, and she was like next to me, and I think you complimented me,
Maybe. I feel like I
or maybe you just introduced
I think I
yourself.
just
think you
introduced.
just
I said, "Hey, I'm Alex. What's your name?"
yeah, but like that did not happen to me a lot at all. Nobody really does that.
Yeah,
Actually,
I guess.
you do. I do now.
I just want to be everyone's friend.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's how we met, and then we just talked and talked and talked that day.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. We we are in the same apartment complex, and we like walked each other home.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then then we like set up a double date, and then we did that, and then
And it was like the next day.
yeah, and we would see each other always.
Yeah.
because I would walk my dogs.
I think we hung out, if I remember right, like when we first met, we hung out like 4 days in a row.
something like that.
It was like we met at the yoga class
Mhm.
and then walked each other home. The next day we had dinner. The next day, maybe it wasn't. Maybe that it was Laura moved here the next day. And
Yeah.
then the next day, you guys came to church.
Yeah,
So it was like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
That's like a lot for new friends.
but we really did click so
Yeah,
quickly. Our
we did.
personalities just kind of match.
I remember leaving the double date and both Zach and I were like, we like them.
Aw.
I love it. Okay. So I was social.
Yes,
Anything
Alex
else?
was social and beautiful.
Oh,
You can look
Thank
at her.
you. What a girl's girl.
Yeah, and you're fun.
I love it.
Like the first times we would hang out, we would always do fun things and stuff too. So
True.
you did a photo shoot with Laura, I remember, and I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
I love it. This is like when I first moved to Charleston, and Laura, her sister, when she moved, she was 19. So
Mhm.
she had like just graduated that year, and I was like, "Ooh, you're in my age group." Like, okay, I need to do a photo shoot with you downtown Charleston. Thank you. And then
Yeah.
I posted them for like months after. Be
Yeah.
like, somebody book me.
And Laura and Alex actually have really similar personalities, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe not personality. What is it that's similar about you guys?
I feel like it's like the deep stuff.
yeah.
Like, because I don't think from the outside we're similar, but it's like the meanings behind why we do things
Yeah.
are very similar.
But you and
like
Laura
our thought
have-
process.
Yes, you and Laura have a totally different relationship than like you and I. And that was
Mhm.
even apparent at the very beginning of our friendship.
Yeah, that is true.
So that's another interesting thing. I love that Laura and I both share you as a friend too.
Yeah.
Because I almost invited her actually to this.
Really?
Yeah, because she was home and I was like, oh, I'm
She couldn't have
sad.
been on the podcast, so I don't have another mic for
Well,
it.
and then I was like, but I haven't had quality time with Alex lately. And I know
Aw.
she and you can have quality time. Like,
Laura,
when
we
I'm at work
love
or
you.
something. Yeah, we do love you, Laura.
But okay,
wish
I
you
am
were
moving us
here.
on because
Okay,
as
yeah.
much as I love Laura, we are going to talk so much and I have so many questions.
Yeah, true. We can't make this a 3-hour
No, I'm not
podcast.
even kidding. Nobody will listen. Okay.
Rogan 2.0.
Jaedon, she doesn't know the questions, right? But she already said, okay, what is Alex going to ask me? She's probably going to ask me about modeling. And so this is moving on to the modeling
Okay.
portion. Okay. So you model for me all the time, but yet you're not actually a model,
True.
even though you should be, I think.
I am. You make me.
I know, literally. Like, and that was one of the things I put on Instagram. I'm like, okay, so Jaden's not actually a model, but she literally models for me all the time. So when you think back on all the things that you've modeled with me, what is your favorite or funniest shoot that we've ever done?
Okay, my favorite. I'm gonna come back to my favorite.
Okay.
Funniest was I had a wardrobe malfunction
Wait, which one?
at the Tortured Taylor photo shoot.
You did?
Yeah, and everybody saw my undies, and it was so funny. It was so funny because
This is
I-
at photo camp,
Yeah, this
just
is
to
at
clarify.
photo camp, the one that I'm wearing a black outfit, it's like a pants and shirt, and I was on a bed and my knees were up, and there's like 10 photographers on me.
Oh no.
And then all of a sudden, one of them says, they all stop, and I'm just like what? Like, I was
What happened?
do I need to change the pose or whatever? And then one of them is like, we see panties.
Was it true?
Yes. And I was just like, they might have seen more than just panties.
Oh
I hope not.
no. Wait, that is so.
Yeah, so that's the funniest. But like,
But I feel like when you're modeling, like that stuff happens.
Honestly, it
like
does.
it does because you're moving around so much.
Yeah.
It's like if it doesn't happen, then you're probably not moving around enough. I
honestly,
guess.
and
That's
actually,
funny though.
yeah, there was another story too, but I won't go into it. Well, I could. Okay.
I don't know.
When we did that one wedding photo shoot, this wasn't for photo camp, but this was a
No,
different
it was for a brand. She
Yes.
modeled like as a bridal wear.
yes,
kind of
which
thing.
I loved that photo.
Yeah,
shoot.
it was beautiful.
So beautiful. I love those dresses. But when we like went into the bathroom to change, I didn't want to go into the stall because I didn't want the dress to touch the toilet. So I was just in the open
Oh.
area of the women's bathroom,
Okay.
and I took off my top and everything, like my bra.
Because you're changing.
I'm changing into the dress, and then they walk in, and I just completely flashed them.
Oh no.
And I felt so bad. And Bella was modeling with me.
Yeah.
And she went into the big stall, so she didn't flash anyone. And I was just thinking,
Oh.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so promiscuous. So, because I just didn't really even
Genuinely though, that is like such not that it should be normalized or anything, but like
Right.
that is like such a normal thing in the modeling world.
And it
You know,
was
you're
all
just
girls,
doing like
and
quick
so
changes. It's fine.
being a girl's girl, also, you're in the locker room. with
Yeah,
the
that's what I mean.
girls.
It's like a normal thing.
Sleepover changes. That's why I just didn't even think, but I think they might have been shocked.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Yeah.
embarrassed. Yes.
Okay, what about your favorite?
My favorite, I love the one that the Sandy editorial one.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the way my makeup was
That was at
done.
photo camp,
Yes,
too.
that was at photo
Yeah.
camp. That
Yeah,
was
your makeup was
that was the first
beautiful in
photo
that shoot.
camp one, right?
Yeah.
That I did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I just felt like it was fun with the girls. I think I was the oldest in that group of girls, too. Yes. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Aaliyah, Amanda. What was that?
Caroline.
Caroline. And they all, I don't know, it was just so sweet. Like, we were all so nice to each other.
That's
It was
also
just such a great
Amanda,
vibe.
one of the other models, is now one of both of ours, but Jaden's best friends. And
Yes.
that was how they met.
Yes,
So
and I met Amanda, and I just loved her immediately.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also, I think
it's
back on
cool.
that again.
Like, photo camp is so obviously, like, I just love it. Like, I think it's amazing. And obviously I'm biased. But I think what's so, like, it's just like proved to be true over and over with photo camp is like so many friendships have been formed.
Yeah.
And like, even for myself, like the speakers from the first and the second, like, we are genuinely friends.
Mhm.
Like the girl speakers and I have a Bible study on Thursday nights that we do now. And like, we're genuinely friends. And then like all of these like attendees, the campers themselves have friendships. And then even this, like the models have formed friendships too.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so cool how like, that was something I really prayed into photo camp was like, God, would you make this a place where community is formed? And like, that's like a massive thing that I really, really wanted. And it's totally been true. Like, it's just been so cool. So I love that. Okay. This is somebody's question. How did you get into modeling through me? What was our first shoot? I genuinely don't remember. Do you?
Our first shoot was it the one with Preston?
Oh, yeah.
On the beach?
Yeah.
I had two different
Preston came to visit
wardrobes.
one time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was just a fun one.
Yeah.
Like,
and
right?
Preston,
That was because I remember
think so.
that time. It was so nice.
It was with the surfboard.
Yes,
behind
it was.
us.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. And it was so sweet. You guys were so like nice, hyping me up the whole time.
Aw.
You guys were like, "Oh my gosh, like this is the first time I've ever modeled." Like
Me
oh,
and
like,
Preston
this is so,
together
so
too are
Always
just a
have-
whole nother thing. Like,
it was so fun, and like it was just so fun. I love that one.
That
Maybe
is
that
fun.
was my favorite.
that one is one of my favorites too.
And I love the pictures. They all turned out super cute.
Yeah.
I think. We did that one, and I think, well, maybe I will take this back a little bit. When I was growing up, my stepmom used to always say that I should be a model, and I loved like what was that one? America's Next Top Model.
Oh,
I loved
yes,
it.
of
And
course.
so I used to practice in the mirror. I tried to take the cutest pictures, and I always tried to like in high school. I tried to like make my Instagram super cute and aesthetic, and like model, kind of like that. So I feel like I kind of got into it a little bit in that way, and then I would like posing in the mirror with your face,
Yeah.
like looking at your face and like figuring out your angles.
Yeah.
Is totally what I did to be able to actually model.
Yeah.
Get away
Well,
with
and
it.
it's cool that you say that because like if anybody is interested in modeling or if you have like friends who are interested or you're a photographer and you want to like teach your people how to or like prepare for a photo shoot, like that is a very common tip.
Mhm.
But like the biggest thing for Jaedon that is like so it's like your thing in photos is your face.
Yeah.
Like you have such a strong look in your face
Mhm.
and that's what makes you obviously the fluid movements and how you move your body. Yes. But like it's
Right.
your face that makes you a really good model specifically.
Thank you.
So it's true.
The Lord gave me this face.
But it's also the way that you move it and like what you do with it. Like modeling isn't just like stand in front of a camera and look pretty.
It goes
It's actually
back
a
to
lot
the
of work.
facial muscles, ladies and gentlemen. I guess there are gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
But
I know. You're over here talking a lot about a lot of
I'm
girly
sorry.
things and all my guy listeners are like, what?
I really am. If anybody knows me, you know I'm an open book completely.
It's true.
So
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some things you kind of already talked about this with Preston and I, but what are some things? This is another question from somebody on Instagram.
Fun.
What were some things that photographers have done for you that have made you feel comfortable?
That's a great question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
I love getting pointers. of
What do you mean by that?
like if I'm posing as like a full body shot and my like leg is like at an awkward angle from the as the camera sees me, I might think I look cute because I can't see what I look like.
Yeah.
So getting a pointer here and there about where to move my arm a little or move my leg a little or whatever is really helpful for me. And then also like just people being like nice, like, oh, like I love when somebody says, oh yes, or something like that, like okay, or okay, or whatever. I don't think anybody
Nobody does that, but you say that. Jaedon goes through these weird phases where she tries to bring words back and she'll say them so often. I can't remember. You did another one that you tried so often, and me and Brenna always make fun of you for it. No, it was something else. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But either way.
Yeah, but I do love that. Like
hyping people up.
Especially because like it's quiet if you don't do something like that. And the model can't really talk.
Yeah.
Like you really can't talk.
Yeah.
So I think being a social person is probably a really good quality for a photographer.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's
that kind of photography, I guess I should say.
For portraits, yeah.
Yeah, for landscapes, I guess. You don't
for landscapes.
Taking a picture of the wave. Oh, yeah, that's a nice wave. Click.
I cannot with you. Okay. Last question on modeling that was also from someone on Instagram. What was your experience of photo camp as a model?
I love photo camp. I will do it as long as Alex keeps asking me.
Every year. She'll be modeling in March if anyone's coming in March.
That's true. I will be. Me and Amanda.
Today when this podcast is dropping, it is Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today is the very last day to sign up for photo camp.
You have to sign up for photo camp.
Apply for photo camp today because it's the very last day to do it.
And then come and see me and tell me if you saw this podcast or listen to it. My experience though with photo camp, I loved it. I was at the last photo shoot that I did, which was a surf editorial, maybe it was called. That one.
It was surf and sand, but
surf and sand. Yes. I remember getting my makeup done and then the other models were also getting their hair and makeup done. There was another photo shoot model. And I was just saying, like, I was like so amazed because there was 3 different people getting their makeup done in this cute house by the beach. I was like getting so ready. My roommate / one of my best friends did it with me. And then Amanda is also one of my best friends who did it with me. So it was like just fun.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's so cool. I love that I can model in this because I get to see the background of all of this when I would never get to experience. I would never know.
True.
All the stuff that goes into these pictures that are posted online.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you and like knowing you and getting to be involved in it.
That's
and
cool.
Somebody said, it was like, it stuck with me because I, of course, self-reflect. And somebody said, I think that's the most pure thing any model has ever said.
What?
Or something like that. That I love being a part of the whole thing, instead of just like, I love getting my picture taken.
That is funny. I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, honestly, that is true because I think like, you see things on Instagram, especially as photographers, we do a lot. Like we'll see like styled shoots and stuff like that be posted. And it's kind of like the era, I feel like, of styled shoots and workshops and content days and all of those things. But like, it is a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot that goes into it. And specifically for photo camp, obviously not every styled shoot or content weekend has as many shoots as photo camp, but like we've done 10 for the last 3, 10 photo shoots in like 3 days or 2 days.
Lot. That's many models, makeup people, hair people, outfit, location.
Yeah. And we do multiple shoots.
The vision behind it all.
Thank you, Jaedon.
I mean,
but we do like multiple photo shoots at the same time. So there's just like a lot of moving parts. But I do think it's cool to like be on the background and kind of like see all of those things.
It's so cool. I would never know the production side of photo shoots if it wasn't for me being able to be a model.
I didn't think about that.
Because I'm not really into like makeup and hair and stuff like that really that much. So
yeah, she's like girly, but in a different way.
And I'm not into photography myself. So I wouldn't ever have the opportunity if it weren't for modeling to see that.
Yeah.
So
well, that's cool. Okay, so you said something about your high school Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
But one of the other fun facts that I shared with all of my Instagram friends that saw my story is that you are not on social media. So,
well, that's actually not completely true. I do have a Facebook.
Facebook.
And Pinterest.
I thought that's what you were about to say, Pinterest. Okay, so you're not on Instagram or TikTok. Excuse
or
me.
Snapchat. I'm not on Snapchat either.
Okay. So most social media is Jaedon
like
is
Reddit.
not.
Is that social media?
Reddit. Okay,
or
so
MySpace.
let's talk about this. MySpace. Let's talk about why you're not on social media. Well, yeah. Okay, share that, and then I'll ask my follow-up
Okay.
question.
Well, I had an Instagram for a long time and Snapchat. And when I gave my life to Jesus, I felt a strange conviction over having social media. And I realized that I was really addicted to it. And I was going through a phase in my life where I was delivered from a lot of addictions. And social media was one of those.
I feel like that season you were kind of like detoxing from some stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a total reset button. This was like September of 2023. So total reset. And I deleted Instagram. I deactivated it. And then I deleted Snapchat as a whole because I was like, I thought in my head, like, I don't need to cloud my mind with so much. There's like so much going on already in my life where I actually need to simplify things in my life, quiet things out. I'm naturally like I'm ADHD and I get distracted so easily.
Yeah.
And getting distracted from your mind, from thinking straight is a dangerous place to be, I feel.
Sure.
So, I stopped scrolling. TikTok, I think I had deleted beforehand because I was like, this is a problem.
It was a black hole.
But Instagram also, like, another huge part of it is I really struggle with materialism. And with just loving objects and beauty, comparing with other people, wanting so much stuff, shopping, like being a big girl, you have to budget and plan. And although I have, like, you have the money to buy the things, right? Yeah. But is it the responsible thing to do to buy new jeans every season? Of course not. But you want it if you see it all the time.
Yeah.
So that was another big thing for me. Like seeing stuff so much and then comparing my life to other people. Like I would see famous people or like old friends or whatever posting and I'm like, I want this, I want that. And it's like, it's distracting from what's right in front of me. And I have so many blessings in my life that if I just stop and smell the roses, as they say, I will be so much more joyful. And it has rang true. I haven't had an Instagram for over a year now.
Yeah.
And I'm totally satisfied. And I will say it's a little awkward sometimes because, and it was especially at first, because so many people talk about like, this celebrity this celebrity that, or things that are happening in the world.
True.
I didn't know about so many things. I didn't know about like the wildfires until my boss said something about it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was devastated in that moment. Or the plane crashes until somebody mentioned it to me. That just happened. And then it's like, so
it's like you really are like deleting the noise of the world. And sometimes that's a good thing. And sometimes it's like, oh, wait, I'm missing out on knowing things ahead of time or whatever.
And a lot of it's like news and stuff. But I do find that like we don't have to know everything in life. And when you do find out about those things, like care for them responsibly, like steward even yourself in that. I'm a very emotional person for anybody who doesn't know me. And so those things like
I got her a sweatshirt for Christmas that says I'm kind of cool, but I cry a lot.
And it's true. I also laugh a lot.
That's true.
So yeah. But like, stewarding those things well and like just there's like this numbing effect that happens when you have social media. Well, when I guess I should only talk about like my own experience, but when I had social media, it was this like numbing effect on me. And now I don't have that. Yeah. So I am.
What I love about it is like, I think you're very self-aware to know those things about yourself. Because I like personally, I just don't deal with like the materialism as heightened as you do. Right. But I deal with other things. And so there are other boundaries that I put in my life and it's so different. And most of us obviously are photographers. Like a lot of my listeners are photographers and we're building our business and you can build your business without social media. It's a lot harder right now in today's age, but like you can do that. So if that's the huge boundary you need to draw, then do it. Look up other ways, look up SEO tactics and blogging tactics through your website. Like it doesn't have to be through social media. However, there's also other boundaries you can put on social media specifically. And I do that. Like I do like putting my phone to bed at night where I don't even have my phone near me because I don't want to have the deep dark hole of like being on social media at night before bed, you know? And I have things like like time limits where my time limit hits after I think it's like 6:30 p.m. So I can't be on social media when it's time to hang out with my family or my friends, you know. And I think Sundays, maybe it's not, maybe I changed this, but it used to be Sundays. My time limit was the whole day. I wasn't on social media at all.
I didn't know
And so yeah, and like I don't have it where Zach has my code. Like for Zach, he has some like social media like things because he's like, I just don't even want to be on it. So he just like has 1 minute a day so he can get his daily news.
That's funny.
But then I have the code. So like he has to kind of like go to me. It's like an extra hassle, you know, or whatever. But everyone has different, like you said, I love the word convictions with it. You know, like everyone has different things they struggle with. And so they need to have different boundaries. But
Definitely.
I think it's like a cool concept because it's just not as common for people in our age group to not have social media.
Right.
So I think that's such a unique thing about you. And I think it's also funny because all my photo camp people, they're always like, wait, none of your friends have social media. Because you're like not our only friend that doesn't have it, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's funny because they model for me and these people are like, I can't tag them.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
But I also think that social media, like, it can be very harmful to people, but it also can be really, really useful and beautiful.
Absolutely.
And like, there are times that I'm like, oh, like I wish I had an Instagram so I could share this beautiful revelation that I just had, or this wonderful like joy that I just experienced. Like I'll take pictures of things and know where to put them, you know?
Yeah. And I think for me too, like, I mean, I was talking about this with photo camp, but even just like my social media in general, I look at it as like I'm throwing one big party and inviting all my friends every day.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what it is.
Sometimes I miss stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like a lot of my friends like have social media and are big on their social media.
Yeah.
And will post like all their big things. And I miss those things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad.
I have a group
too.
chat with one of our other friends that doesn't have social media and Jaedon. And I share pictures with them. I'm like, here's what I'm doing today.
It's really helpful.
Here's the post I made of Jaedon.
When you made, how many followers did you get? You shared that with us.
I think it was
You
probably
had,
20K when I hit 20K.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, got to share the big news.
Yeah, and she does. And that's actually really great too, because Alex is so mindful. She's such a great friend. She's mindful to know to include us.
To share the big news. You crack me up. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. We are just chatting along. Sorry, this is going to be a long episode, guys.
I'm going to have to come back.
Yeah, honestly, we'll have to do a part 2. But okay, I do have a couple more questions for you. So let's talk about this. You obviously already talked about like you have a love for Jesus, and that's been such a unique and cool thing to just like watch in your life of like you beginning to follow Jesus and you continuing to follow Jesus, right? But like talk about a little bit, and you don't have to go super in depth with this, but like talk about just like meeting Zach and I and our friendship, how like our community and friendship with each other led you to Jesus in general.
That's a great question. Well, one thing I love about Alex is that she loves the Lord so much that when I met her, I actually thought that I thought she and Zach were just completely lying. I thought there's no way that somebody can have a relationship this like loving. I was like,
like me and Zach together?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
Really?
No.
I'm surprised. I mean, I definitely have said that out loud before, but I really thought that you guys were faking like
that's
your
so
love
funny.
for each other. But as I've obviously gotten to know you, gotten to know who Jesus is and how he restores, redeems, makes our lives amazing, I see that it's Jesus in you.
Yeah.
And
that's
so
cool.
when I first met Alex, I was not a follower of the Lord, and I was like pretty deep into like new age stuff and yoga and stuff. And
we met at a yoga class.
Yes, we met at a yoga class, and I just didn't know. I didn't have a clear image of who God actually is. I thought that he was a very condemning God, and I didn't know about the everlasting love that he has for us and the forgiveness and grace through Jesus that he has for us. So with that, I didn't want to follow the Lord because I didn't think that he was very nice. And so, but then meeting you guys, Alex is a great teacher. You're a really good teacher you taught high schoolers and elementary schoolers too, right?
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever talked about on the podcast, but I used to work at a church, and it's the same church that Zach and I now get to like get to pastor like an extension site of here in Charleston, basically. But I used to be a middle school and high school pastor. And then before that, I actually led like elementary kids.
Yeah.
So
that translated to me.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Jaden's my friend. Let me just take her under my wing.
And that's what happened. And it was really God doing all that. He orchestrated.
Totally, 100%
he orchestrated
God.
you guys coming here in so many ways for me.
And it was so cool because we met you like week 2 of living in Charleston.
Yeah.
And like got to develop our friendship so early. And I remember saying, like, I don't know if you know this or not, we had you like on this like prayer list that we were like sending out to people. And like it was so crazy because I literally said, I think in the email, I was like, I think God sent us to Charleston for Jaedon. And like I look back on it, I'm like, 100% yes. Like he really did.
When I think about
for our
God,
friendship.
When I think about what he's done in my life, I'm like, it's not me who came to Jesus. It's actually Jesus who came and rescued me.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really is.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord pulled me to him and I just reacted. I just responded to him, his pulling. And that's really what happened. I learned more and more about Jesus. I learned the truth and then I surrendered and gave my life to the Lord. And that's when I had that big 180.
Yeah.
And my life has changed drastically. I love Jesus with my whole heart.
It's so funny because like you meet Jaedon now and like pretty much if you ask Jaedon anything about herself, she'll always be like, well, I love Jesus. Yeah. And it's like so cool to see that like such a big shift in you from where you were. Yeah. But also guys, like it's such an authentic thing in Jaedon. Like honestly, if you ask me like the top things, like Jaedon and I are so different. Like we're so different in personality. You are girly and you love the color pink. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to wear a sweatshirt today. And like the most I ever do my hair is the 2 braids on the side. You know what I mean? And like, I'm just like, I'm not that expressive in that way for like love for things and stuff. Like I like love people a ton and I'll say it like that. But you're like, oh, Alex, I just love you. You know, like it's just, there's a different emotion behind it. And so I think it's such a cool thing. Like there was none of our friendship where I was like making you the mold of me. Right. Like there was nothing where I was like, oh, I'm going to like link you into like my life. No, it was like through our friendship, it was such a cool thing because like through our friendship, you got to experience Jesus, but that had nothing to do with me. I was just there. You know, like I just got to watch it.
Well, it was your obedience.
Sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yes, I do think like when we're obedient to Christ, he can use us. And it's such a beautiful thing. And like I feel like when we walk in obedience, then it unlocks the key to like the more that God has for us. And I feel like getting to watch you like God so radically change your life is the more that he has for me. Like I love getting to watch people grow in general. And that's like grow in photography and grow in your business and grow into more of like who you are. But then the top thing for me is obviously like watching people grow into a relationship with Jesus. And that's like huge for me. Yeah. So it's like a big part of like, I don't know, my whole life, I guess. Just everything. Yeah. But anyway, okay. Good talk.
Yeah.
Great transition now.
Love talking about Jesus with you, sister.
Okay. I think I'm gonna skip a couple questions, honestly, because we have been chatting for a long time. We could do rapid fire. No, they're deep questions. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Well, one thing that I talk about all the time is my small group, and everybody knows I'm in a small group. If you've listened to this for any amount of episodes,
we love our small group.
We love our
girls.
Group. Hi guys. I know you're listening to this because Jaedon's on it. I know you probably don't usually listen. Anyway, community makes obviously a really big difference in our lives. So, what's your favorite part of our group?
Of our small group?
Or being in a small group, just in general.
What's my favorite part?
And for small group, let me clarify for anybody who like hasn't listened to a ton of episodes. A small group, basically for us, we have like a couple girls that get together. We probably have like 10 girls, and we read the Bible together and we talk about our lives. Yep. And we pray together.
And we pray together.
Okay. Now what's your favorite part?
Well, I think I would say my favorite part, I love so many parts about small group. But I think my favorite part is knowing people in a deeper way. Every time somebody opens up and it surprises me because I'm like, I would have never known that, like,
yeah. And it happens all the time.
Oh yeah. And it happens all the time. And it just like blows me away that people can be so sheltered about certain parts of their lives, and then when you see something, some part of them, like they open up, and you see a clearer version of them, and then you're able to love them deeper. And the empathy that I have towards people, girls, it grows so much, and then my prayers change for them. And yeah, when people are open, when they feel comfortable enough to be open. I remember the first experience I had like that. Somebody said, and you were there, somebody said something about like something that happened in her childhood, and it like I was crying because I was just like, man, you would never know.
Yeah.
And she just such a joyful person.
Yeah.
So lovely. And I guess it made me feel less alone. And yeah, like the
I think that's
intimacy,
like,
you
yeah,
know?
it is intimacy, and it is like being an open book with people and like not letting things stay in darkness or in like
Yeah.
secrecy, just in general. Like if you keep things in the dark, you're never going to heal from them.
Yeah.
And like people are surrounding you, and friendships matter because you walk each other through
Yeah,
things.
definitely.
Yeah. That's a really cool thought. I don't know that I would have worded things that way. I definitely think like I care about that, but I
Right.
love that that's like something that you thought about.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I told you it was deep, but now we're going to play a game.
I was about to cry there.
Okay, dead serious. This is such a long podcast, guys. I'm so
Oh, it's
sorry.
okay. You can just edit.
It's fine. Okay, well, this is called
Maybe edit the second story of my nudity.
We'll see. I told Jaedon before we started, I don't really edit anything. I just make sure the volume sounds good and then I talk. Okay. The 5-second rule is what this game is called.
Okay.
It was fully brought to us today by ChatGPT. Thanks, chat. Okay. Here's the rules. You have 5 seconds to name 3 things in a given category. If you don't get them in time, the other person steals the turn.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. I feel like maybe I should give it to you to read the next one or
The next
something. So like I'll
categories?
read one and then you read it.
But don't you know the categories already?
Yeah, but I haven't like thought about it. I really
She's
haven't.
gonna win.
No, I don't actually know. I get stuck on these things really well. Okay, so you have 5 seconds to say 3 things.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the
So
example
then
one.
do this.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Instead
Okay.
of talking.
Okay, so I'm going to count down from 5 with my fingers. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, that's confusing, but it's fine. Okay, number 1, 3 things in your car right now.
A charger and salt.
What? Do you have salt in your car?
No, I don't even know why I said that.
Okay, well, you're out and I get to steal. So I'm going to hand you the phone.
But you already know 3 things in your car right now.
Yeah, 3 things in my car right now. Okay, give me 5 seconds.
Oh, okay,
Hurry.
sorry.
Okay, a razor, a hairbrush, and tweezers.
Okay. Good job.
That's such a girl thing. Okay, now you ask the next one.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Okay, ask the third one.
Okay. 3 things that would get you kicked out of a photo shoot. Sorry, I didn't see that.
That would get me kicked out of a photo shoot. Nudity.
Your nudity. If you were it's done.
Okay, your turn. Wait, 3 is really hard.
Yeah, that is a lot.
In 5 seconds. Should we make it 10? No, we don't have time. Okay, it's fine. Okay, go ahead. Steal.
Okay, nudity, blasphemy,
Blasphemy?
cursing.
Cursing?
Yeah.
If you're like cussing someone out, maybe, but if you're just cursing, no.
Cussing someone out.
I don't love it.
Okay. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
Neither of us win that one.
3 things Alex always says.
Hey guys. Don't think I'm sounding mean when I say. Oh no, this is gonna sound harsh, but.
Okay, and you're out. That's all you got.
Okay. Oh, I got another one though. Cute.
Okay.
Cute.
Listen, guys, they all know that one. Okay. Oh yeah, this one's for me. Whatever one you want, really. Just pick one.
Okay. 3 things you'd name your future pet.
Squishy, marshmallow, and cricket. My kindergarten teacher's dog's name was Cricket.
That's a cute name.
That's how I know that.
Good job.
It's fine. Okay, let's do 2 more. Okay.
Okay, it's like making me nervous.
Three biggest icks.
Unibrow, cursing,
Oh my gosh.
and angry driving.
I thought you were gonna say nudity again.
Nudity is an ick.
Oh yeah. It depends on the person, I
Yeah,
guess.
it does. It would be an ick for some
Okay.
people.
Oh yeah, it's your turn. I keep like looking at them.
Okay. 3 words to describe me.
Oh, beautiful. Silly and funny.
Thanks.
The most basic words. I meant
Funny.
them, but they were so basic.
That was so nice.
Okay, should we do one more?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. 3 things you would bring to space with you.
My Bible, Jesus, and the
Oh my
Holy Spirit.
Get out.
I really would bring my Bible,
What a
though.
little
One
super
time-
Christian girl.
One time there was a question at church that, remember, we used to have questions at church.
Yes.
I miss those days. But we had a question: what would you bring on a deserted island with you? And I legitimately said my Bible.
I know, and everyone else said it as a joke.
Yes. I was like, wait, so you guys don't want
I
the word of God
remember
with
that.
you? That's the only thing that's going to let me survive.
Okay,
this.
well, on that note, I think we are done for the day because we have chatted your ears off, guys. For real.
If you
But
had to skip through most of this, then we are not offended.
if we're really not. It's fine. I know we giggled half the time and talked about nudity a lot. And this is my first night podcast. So yeah, let me know how you liked this. If you liked me having a friend on and kind of getting to hear like a little bit more of the behind the scenes of my life, but also totally won't offend me if you're like, hey, stick to the photography. Like
Yeah.
seriously,
But it
let
will
me know.
offend me.
It
so.
will offend Jaedon, but I won't tell her. And she's not on social media, so she won't ever see
But I
it.
am on YouTube, so careful.
Oh
in the
no.
comments.
It's fine. Okay. Seriously though, I love you guys. If you did listen to all of this, thank you. Make sure that you rate, review, subscribe, all of the things. And of course, follow me on Instagram at Alex Blake Photography. You're welcome to message me anytime and we can chat and be friends. Okay. Love you guys. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Come on, let's make